Welcome to the CFG Game Cast, episode number 201, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on all podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and so much more. So show us some love. Do us a favor and like, follow, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, the CFG channel, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davies Green, and with me today, I'm with my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Well, as far as like the audience knows, I wasn't really gaming this week. I was, but not really. I wasn't streaming. I took the week off again. Herman is still holding on, so I've been trying to keep an eye on him when I can. And I unconventionally played games last night. I went and played dice. I played Bunko. I'm now in the Bunko group. Woohoo! If you don't know what Bunko is, basically you just roll dice and you go through 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and all the way to 6. And if you get 3 of a kind, but it's not the number you're on, it's called a trip. If you get 3 of a kind, but it's the number you're on, you get Bunko, and you have to wear a hat. I don't know, but you play for money. I did win money. I got the booby prize. Why is it called the booby prize? I have no idea, but that means I got the lowest score, so I won my money back. And we did a white elephant. It was fun. I was the only one that didn't drink, and I woke up with essentially like a guilt hangover, I guess. I don't know. I felt awful all day. I still feel awful, but yeah, so I played Bunko. I played a lot of the game I'm gonna talk about as my topic today. So I'm gonna make y'all wait, but it was real good. I'm really enjoying it, and it'll be in my topic later. So Cat, Bunko, and the game that I'm gonna talk about later. That's what I've been up to.
Well, see, simple week for you. So that's cool.
And lawyers, that's it. Yeah.
Well, almost a simple week then at that point. Yeah. So yeah, but that's cool. Hey, but Lex.
What?
You know who loves playing this brand new game on Steam?
Oh no. What game?
Oh, well, why don't we let him find out? It's the 5-star general of the itty-bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Yo, not too bad. Again, my apologies for missing episode 200, y'all. I am so shameful of it. I thought I could sneak a nap in, and that obviously got extended well past what I thought I was going to do. So that sucked. But no, it's been a solid week. We got some family time in over the weekend. Gaming wise, like you said, I was a sucker mainly, and of course, so my buddy Paraj, he does like when he streams, like he'll sometimes record like little segments and stuff like that in his streams talking about topics, and he talked about the game. I knew the game based off of all the information, the delays. I knew this was one that I should stay away from. But my curiosity was piqued, and I love a survival game. I love survival games, so I picked up the day before, and it is pretty rough.
Ooh.
It is not. Do not buy it unless you are in the mindset of I'm here for the journey of this development. That's if they actually finish development on the game and actually release it as well. Because they got a lot of work to do. I would say at least another 3 to 5 years worth of work. Wow. If they, I mean, they're calling it a survival MMO. There is zero survival aspects of it at all. There's none, other than not getting shot or getting hit by a zombie. There's no crafting like that or anything that you would typically. It's. I don't know. It's not great.
Well, here's a question.
I would say, unless you're trying to do that, save your money.
Did you actually pay for this? Like for the early release of this?
Of course you did.
I thought you got a key.
Answer that for you.
Oh, I thought you got the key or something, but how much was it?
Oh, no, dude. It was like $40.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Well, a lot of people refunded. Of course, that was one of the days that I was super tired, and that helped to extend my tired because I forgot it was coming out. So of course I had to stay up and try it out, and then it took me forever to actually get in and this and that. I don't know if Steam may even still be honoring refunds, because I mean, dude, like it's at a 13% right now over there. It's bad. But
you should
again,
get the refund. You gotta get a refund, dude. $40 for that? No, dude, I can't even.
I'm gonna let it ride.
Just to see.
I'm gonna let it ride, and I'll give updates to folks. Maybe do videos or something like that, just kind of on the progress of it and just keeping up with it. Because I am a fan of like doing like Kickstarters and stuff like that, and like being part of the development of a game. There's a ton that I've done. So this reminds me of Marauders. When Marauders first came out on Kickstarter. I mean, it looks better and some of that stuff, but even for that price tag for early access, I'd say hang on, wait at least a year or two before jumping in if you were curious, because I don't think it's just not there yet. It's just not there. I'm kind of surprised that they even released it. I did finish Super Mario RPG though, so that's another one we get to check off the list. So that was fantastic. I can't remember if I don't think I ever beat the original. So I think that technically was the first time I beat it, but a great game. I loved it. And then obviously we had the Game Awards yesterday, which was huge. We're going to talk about all the juicy bits of it and whatnot. So overall, solid. There's too many games still for me to play. I don't even know what like my next thing is that I'm going to be playing, like story wise. I still have to play Spider-Man 2. Still need to finish God of War Ragnarok. Still need to finish Horizon Forbidden West.
Crazy, dude.
We got some work to do, y'all. So
I have a lot of work to do. My goodness, I didn't know you were that far behind. My goodness. But,
yeah. I haven't gone back. I've been moving on because so many games have been coming out. So I'm just like, I just been moving forward. Lethal Company. Well, that's one I can play anytime though, which is great.
I love watching you fall to your death. It makes me so happy, and I'm glad you got to watch me fall to my death.
That's true. You need to pick up the Big Lobby mod.
Like anything that's story based, anything that's specifically story based, it just seems like you kind of like, if you don't beat it in a short period of time, it's going to be on your limbo phase for like a while at this point. Like if you don't beat it in a week, then you're not. That's it.
It comes off that way, and I attribute a lot of that to the games of service games that I play, because that's really what eats up the chunk of my gaming time. Is playing Destiny 2, playing Exoprimal, playing I don't even know what else I play. There's something else. But like that's why I won't start Warframe, which is another live service game. Because I just don't have the time, man. I just don't have the time.
That's what it sounds. Well, at least you recognize it's not to get into another one, because you know.
Well, that's it. Yeah, no, I know my limitations. I'm like, look, dude, if I'm gonna ever finish some of these games in my backlog, like I gotta get moving on these sons of guns. So.
Day Night says that the list is long as fuck though. Will he finish? No. Yeah, pretty much. It's like anything that's gonna have anything that's story based, man. It's always like that. It's kind of funny.
I might be done with Destiny after the final shape, dude. I don't know that I can continue justifying.
To be honest with you, like there's so many other options now at this point. Like besides Warframe that's coming in, but next year First Descendant's coming. Then you also got,
dude, I can't wait for First Ascendant. That beta, I loved it, dude. I wanted more of it right now. I was hoping they were going to be like, it's coming out.
Yeah, then you got Remnant. 2 weeks. Then you got Remnant 2. That's also a good one too. That I think is that most people kind of are quiet about. But I think Remnant 2 is a real good. Is it really a game as a service though?
I'm not familiar with. I think I might even have that game, dude, but I've never played it.
You need to talk to Yosh, dude. Yosh has been playing it a lot, and then you already know how Yosh is with his stuff. So
I think I might have watched him a little bit play it. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was exactly.
Yeah, no, it's a game as a service. Don't worry, you'll go back to it.
Don't you call me out? Don't you call me out, Dave?
That should be like that's his mantra. That's his mantra at this point.
You'll be back.
He'll be back to it. Just like it was immediately back to Metal Gear Solid and stuff. Yeah, like it took 2 years on top of all of that to go.
No. He's talking because he is right about. I did leave Destiny at one point in time, but I did go back. But it was years. Like there was a good solid year or two went by.
Yeah, not only that you eventually went back, but during that time when you were gone, you were talking a lot of crap about Destiny.
I was talking a lot of shit.
You were talking
a lot of shit because it was bad, dude. Like I was like, what? Like I was pissed. I don't even really get pissed off about games like that, but like I got so much time sunk into that universe and lore and stuff, dude. Like that one, obviously, I have a deep connection with. That's the first time I had ever been on a raid before was in Destiny and like really playing a game like that with other people, not random people. Like I got a group from one of my buddies in college and we all gamed together for a while, but we'd always run raids and stuff like that together. And I had never experienced anything like that. That's where a lot of that deep love came from. And then when they actually started presenting story notes and story beats that were not like in Grimoire cards and stuff like that, that really connected me then to the story. It was really Bife. It was Bife's 4-hour video that I watched that literally was the Destiny beginning of time to Shadowkeep. That's when I really was like, oh my gosh, there is so much to the story that I had no idea.
That's
and that really sunk me.
That's funny, man. As for me, dude, like I've been busy as always. I just
didn't ask you.
Well, I didn't even. I wasn't asking for your permission. I'm just gonna do it. But anyway, yeah, I had an interview with a group of people, of 2 people. It was really cool for yesterday, which I'm going to be releasing next week. It's one of them is a voice actor. And the other person is a storyboard artist for Rick and Morty, and they have a podcast called 4Kids 4Kids Flashback, which they talk about like the flashback 4Kids Entertainment and like how it worked when in its heydays. And then we just had a really good discussion. Like I was talking to her, she's I think her name was Tara and Steve, that's who they were. And it was a fun interview. Like she was completely open, like an open book about all of this, which was really cool. So definitely gonna have that. It's gonna come out next week. I've been playing some Final Fantasy 15 at the beginning of the week, but I have not been able to do anything since the beginning of the week. I've been really busy with other stuff, but I'm gonna try to still. My goal is to try to finish that game by the end of the month, and hopefully get ready for 7 Rebirth that comes out in February. So that's basically that's basically gonna happen here. So that's basically my week though. So, but anyways, I know that we don't want to talk about some more about what games we're going to be playing, but so let's go to the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion in the world of video games from the world of video games itself. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick to be a part of the conversation. So if there is something that you're wanting to chime in about whatever we're talking about, by all means, just type it inside the chat. We would love to discuss it with you while we do this with everybody. And we'll go from there. So Smitty, why don't you start us off here? What are you bringing to the table?
We talking about the Game Awards, baby. The biggest night in video games, allegedly. Yeah. First, though, let's talk a little bit about the show. Of course, I thought it was solid. It ran about 3.5 hours, I think was the overall runtime. I was a little bit disappointed in the giveaways. I know we talked a little bit about it. I personally had issues even being able to get into the pages. Like for the OLED Steam Deck, it queued me up for 4 hours, which would have been well after the Game Awards had ended. So there's no point. Lenovo, I wasn't quick enough to even get the stupid address, so I didn't even get to sign up. The only one I got into was the Super Mario World one, which is pretty dope. So
what was that?
That was a trip to I think where is it? Universal, wherever Super Mario World is. Yeah, something like that. So that I felt like that kind of. The idea was there, but I felt like execution-wise, it was not there. They did it better last year than this year.
I'm thinking I'm worried about like botting because like immediately when they said, oh, go to this website to have your chance to be one of the 100 people to get yourself a Steam Deck, an OLED Steam Deck, it was already too late. Like that website, like it was already null and void. Like you needed to be there half a second before it was it was posted, and I'm like, what is this, man? This is terrible.
Yeah, I just didn't think that worked well at all in terms of what they were going for. I felt execution-wise, it was a lot better last year. That ran smoother and all that stuff. So, again, there's some things that are going to work, some things that aren't going to work. For me and a lot of people, that didn't work. So we'll see who gets the prizes. Hopefully it's not all bots. In terms of the actual award show, it was disappointing to me to see, number one, the winners did not get a lot of time to talk. I felt like the people presenting the awards had more time to talk than the actual winners of the awards, which it's an award show. That's the point of it, not cram as many trailers into a show that you can. I feel like the actual award show part of it was more of an aftershot or afterthought. It was more about the presentation of getting these world premieres and stuff. It's essentially just another industry. Kind of an industry event, but like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I totally do. No, because I 100% agree with you there. Because it felt like the award was second, and the first thing that came out was the trailers, and then also the experience while you were there. Like it wasn't about the accolade of the award itself, because like you
celebrating the accomplishment.
Because like I don't know if you were there like when you were watching it, but like I started my stream because we did a live stream of it at the very beginning.
You and Doc,
we did a pre-stream. Like we came in at 6:30 my time, and we didn't know. We thought that was when it was officially starting, but we found out that was the we thought that was the pre-show. That was the pre-show, and then they were already showing out. They shelved out like 10 awards like on the pre-show,
which is crazy to me.
Which is like,
and that
wow,
was also which. I do have to say shout out to my guy, Brandon Cole. I saw that he got love on there, but he worked on Forza Motorsports for the accessibility stuff. He's obviously very deep into that. He's worked on other projects as well, but huge congratulations to him and everybody on that team in terms of that, because I know they were working hard. And I just found out that he also worked on oh my gosh, I'm forgetting
Last of Us?
No. He did work on The Last of Us, but Caroline Marchand, what was that one game? It was kind of like Choose Your Own Adventure, but co-op. It had Twitch integration. I'm totally spacing it.
Choose Your Own Adventure. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Gosh, I cannot think of the name. We'll get back to it when we can.
When we need him.
Somebody think about that or drop that in chat. It's a great game. I played it on stream and a lot of fun. But he's working on that because that is also coming to other platforms as well, and he worked on their accessibility too. But and speaking of that, Davis, that was one of the biggest things. There were so many awards that were very second nature. How are you gonna do like best RPG, accessibility, things like that as a side note? on the award show.
I thought it was I thought it was flat out disrespectful in my opinion, because I was like, you're going through all this process of like trying to show like, oh, you're trying to put people on the forefront of this award, but then at the same time, what it was that you just literally, it was you, Jeff Keighley, on the side of the main platform saying, oh, well, these are the things for best fighting game. And I was thinking, oh, okay. I was like thinking, oh, you're not going to do a thing showing off the, like, have people introduce and stuff and have people do their speech and stuff. No, it was just a rolling credit of who was nominated. And then you said Street Fighter 6 won. Congratulations, Capcom. And then you moved on. It's like, and then
they probably brought out their speech and stuff.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't watch it because I was like, they're just going to give me the whole recap. So there
was a ton of awards that were just kind of relegated to a side stage.
It was a whole situation.
Here's the nominee. Yeah. Here's the winner. Here's the thing. No. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Yeah, it was really bad. And then here's the thing that really made it really weird. The show lasted 3.5 hours. Like I was thinking to myself, like, okay, so you felt that there was still not enough time to show off the people that won this set awards or these awards or these deals, then these deals, but yet you said that was just too much but the level of advertising and celebration and all these coming soon, these trailers and stuff, because this doesn't feel like an award show anymore. This feels more like a oh, okay, here's a version of the Summer Game Festival that you have in the summertime, but you're just sprinkling the awards for the certain of the best things,
That's exactly right.
Matthew McConaughey there?
Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey was there. We're going to talk about it.
All right.
And he didn't say all right.
He did. He did say it.
Did he say it?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
That was the first
thing. They told me not to say that. They told me to say pew.
Pew, pew, yeah.
It was fantastic. Yeah. But yeah, you're 100% spot on. It is like an industry show masquerading as an award show. Because that ain't an award show, in my opinion. There was no discussion at all about the massive layoffs throughout this year. How can you possibly celebrate video games as a whole and not talk about the fact that so many jobs were lost throughout the industry that helped to create these games that we're celebrating? You know what I mean? Like, so that was disappointing.
Yeah, it's just no. Like, I mean, it's I kind of always had a love-hate relationship with the Game Awards. I think it's a great idea to pinpoint gaming itself in the forefront, but the execution of this, in my opinion, was just like, dude, this is basically like all, like, don't get me wrong, like, you can put a balance between the games that are coming soon mixed with the several spots. Like, I know we talked about it like a couple of weeks ago about like the categories, several spots of all these different things, and not feel like you need to rush them to just get by, because now you make it feel like it's an inconvenience of those people who are winning the awards that you're that you're giving them, and then just saying, oh, okay, we need to put more time for advertising of these games that are coming soon. Get rid of the stupider ones that say most hyped upcoming game of the year or games coming next year, because I've always said that's a terrible award.
Get rid of ones that we've already heard and know about. Yes. Just make things that haven't been released or mentioned at all. You don't need the extra stuff, because again, that's what you're saying. You're taking away from what is supposed to be a celebration of video games, and really is like, yeah, there's that, but like, really, let's see how many commercials and premieres we can get into this 3.5 hour window. So I think for me, that part was definitely disappointing. When you get into the actual games, though, I mean, hell, let's just call it what it is. F the awards about it. Just call it Winter Game Fest.
It really is.
And,
I know, right? And
make it all releases and stuff like that. Just lean into it. You know what I mean? But but golly, man, there were some fire premieres that we got shadow drops, we got things. So you're speaking Matthew McConaughey is going to be in this game called Exodus. It is very much a sci-fi kind of I don't know, sci-fi going. Something in space. So you can I sold. Take my money. And Matthew McConaughey, extra sold. That looked great though. It looked clean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and again too, like what we're starting to see too with some of these graphics, and what folks are starting to utilize within the technology. I think we're starting to see some of that stuff. Obviously, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. That's a update. That's a free update by Santa Monica Studios. And I think I believe that has a like it's kind of like a roguelite mode or version for that game. So if you're into roguelites, and obviously the God of War world and universe, I think that should be pretty dope. Let's
Pony
see
Island
what else
2 looks amazing.
What'd you say?
Pony Island 2. So we kind of talked about it before the podcast. I was like, Pony Island, what the heck is that? Yes. And he was like, oh, it's from the same people, that did Inscription. I'm like, oh, I loved Inscription. That was amazing. Yeah. I love that game. I would play it again. I've played it 3 times. I'll be playing it. I can just tell you that right now. I will be playing it. I'm very excited for it.
I knew you would
GTFO, the final chapter, like I now correct me if I'm wrong. If you had GTFO, didn't we all get notification this year that like the servers were going to be like kapushed? Am I crazy?
Are they killing GTFO?
I thought they'd killed the original game. I don't know anybody that plays it. No offense.
I haven't played it in a grip.
I haven't played it since.
Yeah, I thought GTFO was yeah, I thought GTFO was gone. I didn't know, like when they said the final one, I was like, too. Oh, okay, there we go.
Wait, the final one?
Yeah,
it's in the trailer.
It's
GTFO,
called
final one.
The final stage or something. I don't know. It was the final something.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. No, I thought. Yeah, I didn't know that people were even like doing things with that and whatnot. No Rest for the Wicked. Gosh, dang, dude, that looked. The character designs in that look ridiculously crazy.
Yeah,
like,
it really
absolutely
does.
crazy. That is from the makers of Ori, right?
Yeah,
I believe it's from the makers of Ori.
I thought it was a Microsoft company though, but it's actually but no, it seemed like they're a third party completely because it's gonna be all on multiple platforms.
Right.
That's gonna
be like that looked crazy. Obviously, one of the big ones for me it was just a kind of a bomb in terms of mic drops was Sega. Dropping down multiple freaking remakes. We're talking we don't know if they're remakes or sequels or what they are exactly. But we're getting freaking a Golden Axe, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Shinobi. I already said Golden Axe, but there was something else, and I can't remember. Streets of Rage.
I've already said Golden. At least you're aware of it.
Yeah. So that I felt like Sega coming in hot with that was nice. Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, which is in the what is it? Tenkaichi?
Yeah.
Like style.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yeah.
Tenkaichi.
So that looked great. The casting of Frank Stone from the makers of DVD, the single player game. Yeah.
That just looks freaky.
Like that. Anytime I see anything, I'm like, Lex is gonna gobble this up. I see Rise of the Ronin looked dope. It's called The Casting of Frank Stone.
Oh, I don't like the title. Don't even tell me what it's about. I'm in.
Yeah, you got to see that. Rise of the Ronin looked great. And obviously, Jurassic Park Survival. A survival game in Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will befriend
you
all
can have
the
my money now.
They'll
You
be
can have my money
friends.
now. I'm in.
They will not
You're
kill
sold.
me.
Yeah.
No,
Dude, I love survival games.
Yeah.
And Jurassic Park? Come on.
Okay, fair
Come
enough.
on.
What about like the one I was actually looking for that I thought was what kind of went under the radar was that Wukong game, the one with
Wukong. That's what I was about to say
Journey
next.
to the West. Yeah,
Blacksmith Wukong. That looks so good.
That one looks like it's gonna be like a kind of like what the game that you've been playing recently. Wulong or whatever, or Wolong or whatever.
Oh yeah. It definitely looks like a kind of a Souls like like a Souls like freaking
like that. But in the story of Journey to the West, which I think is like freaking great, like because that's like with like Son Goku. Or San or whatever, but whatever he's going to be called. I cannot wait for that one. That and Monster Hunter Wilds. It's just
Monster Hunter. Yeah,
oh my
is
God,
that what it is?
dude.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, Wilds. If Wilds going to play, like, there's two things I pray on for that game to be good, because the reason why I can't play Monster Hunter Worlds is that it needs to be crossplay. Between consoles and PC, and B, it needs to be on PC day one, because I'm not gonna play.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, because I just can't play get it on console, then switch over to PC, then I can't cross save my PC save to my game save until I have to buy it again annoying. And stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I had to do for months. Yeah, that's exactly what happened with Monster Hunter World. I was like, I love fighting the monsters, but I can't play it on PC again because there's no way in hell I'm gonna go through that whole story again. Yeah.
No.
Right. Yeah.
I switched over from PlayStation to PC, and that's my biggest regret. Freaking what's his face made me do it. And I'm so mad at myself about it. Not that I would play it anyways on the console, but just give us the cross save, please.
Yes, cross save is not even. It's not even it's not even a tall order. It's just like the game was so good. I would have been willing to get it on PC if you let me to keep my save, because I'm not gonna go through all that mess. Yeah. Yeah. This, like, imagine a person saying, "Hey, I put in 200 hours because that's how much I put in on Monster Hunter World Iceborne." Yeah, and then they said, "Hey, you need to start all over again on PC." And I'm like, "No,
I did start all over. I did. I had almost like 1,000 hours. No, I don't want to talk about it. I had a lot of hours on that game.
Yeah. Skull and Bones. We got a release date for Skull and Bones somehow.
See it, I believe it. I'll see it, I believe it. They can go F off Ubisoft when it comes to that. No, screw you.
Yo, Marvel Blade? That looked good. Not only that, but I think there's also the potential for it to be an Xbox exclusive.
I don't think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
I don't think so either. But the potential's there.
That'll be the
potential.
They could if they wanted.
That's true. You beat the boss people and we're complaining about. What's he talking about?
Sentinel, that looked crazy. That's from Lightspeed LA. First Descendant, obviously. I didn't even realize I was looking at a First Descendant.
Here.
Yeah.
Did the Ronin Turtles game ever get released?
No, they just got announced. We're not going to see it until like 2 or 3 years.
Because I keep seeing Ronin pop up. And so I'm like, is that the Turtle game? No.
It's the Samurai one. Nope, it's the Samurai one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, Monster Hunter Now even too. That was a mobile one. Mobile Monster Hunter, Stormgate, for those fans that love StarCraft. I believe that is like essentially I mean, it's not like a direct sequel or anything like that to it, but
I mean,
there's a lot of influence from Stargate into that.
I have a question for you though, seriously though. But like, are you going to get Suicide Squad?
I mean, I'm not even thinking about Suicide Squad, to be honest, dude. Like, I mean, and not to rip on any of the stuff, again, like I don't like to prematurely be like, oh, this looks like dog shit or whatever, which I mean, apparently they need to do that because they put it back in the oven. Yeah. I just, after Avengers, I'm live service games, dude. Like, I'm very leary of them.
Y'all kind of got screwed with that.
With Avengers, dude, I wish they would have just focused on the story. There's no need for it to be a freaking thing. So I don't know. We'll see about Suicide Squad. The whole DC universe is weird to me. How they keep rebooting everything. Like, I'm just kind of like over it. So we'll see. We got a Final Fantasy 16 freaking DLC. Echoes of the Fallen. Which wasn't expected.
No, I'm gonna find out.
I'm not even sure, to be honest. We got a shadow drop of the finals came out last night, along with something went on to Baldur's Gate 3 ended up on Xbox as well, so you can get it on Xbox now.
Okay,
the big one for me.
What? Go for it.
I was saying the big one for me. Only because I'm a Kojima fan, is OD. Golly. Not only that, but the man brings out Jordan Peele and says, yo, we're working on something together. Like, what? Like, come on. And he's talking about bringing together the Avengers of a team for this game. I don't even know, like, the speculation alone with that.
Okay, here's what I have. Here's what I have with Kojima. I like Hideo Kojima. I do. I really, really do like Hideo Kojima. However, and here's the problem. And this is what I've always thought, because I think I think that he's like an Andy Warhol at this for his time. Like, I think that he's like a guy who is
true.
Yeah, he's incredibly creative, but like he is also like, but it doesn't like it's not like he is I think he's also his own worst enemy when it comes to things like that, because hence, I mean, I won't say that Metal Gear Solid 5 was his fault, because it wasn't, because they let him go in the middle of the production of that. However, and it just stopped abruptly. But like, I mean, what's it called? Death Stranding. It was okay. It was UPS the game. I mean, that's what it was. Death Stranding.
I haven't even finished it, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the only Kojima game I haven't finished.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're totally right. But like, but like, I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up to an extent of it, because I don't know what to expect, especially every time. And it's weird, because I've just started to notice, I was like noticing this for the longest time. Like, he gives us these crazy artsy trailers, and we don't know what the hell this game is going to be until it's like we won't, like, this is the first announcement of OD. We won't see OD until 2026 or something like that.
At least.
And then it's like, okay, here we go. Then it comes out and it's like, oh, this is just Bubble Bobble. I mean,
hey, you're talking to the Bubble Bobble queen over here. All right.
Oh, we just made Bubble Bobble.
I mean, that's what it is.
I don't know what the other stuff's about, but all right. The people screaming. Here's the thing, though. It is a horror game, Lex.
Yeah, it's a horror game.
Photorealism.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the word is that they use. Wait, what?
Teraflops.
Bubble Bobble.
Yeah. The photorealism in it, the fact that Jordan Peele is going to be a part of this as well in terms of developing crafting. They're talking about possibly doing innovative things. I don't know how much more innovative you can get, because I feel like Alan Wake 2 was pretty innovative with their blending of both reality, actual film and game. I thought was fantastic. So that definitely piqued my interest. I do see what you're saying. The other thing too, though, is that he came through the PT door. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if this, I don't think it does, but who the hell knows?
Yeah,
if this has any kind of tie-in or significance to PT, because I think PT was essentially supposed to feed into Silent Hill, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Silent Hill.
Yeah.
It was a code for Silent Hill. So, but like, I mean, and I'm not, and like I said, I'm not saying that it may or may not be like, I'm just saying that the expectations of what we expect for Hideo Kojima should be more tamed down than what is all I'm saying, because
I get what you're saying. Because he's you come in, you hear Kojima and you just instantly want to like start licking his boots and being like, holy shit, you walk on my back.
I thought you were going to say something else. I
was going to say something else, but I realized it probably wasn't going to be appropriate, so I toned myself down. I self-filtered.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, let's we need to move on though, but it was really good. But no, Game Awards. I mean, I think the big one. I think that Game Awards. We know that Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year. Congratulations to that, because I mean that's well deserved. And in my opinion, I don't think none of us should
the big
say
snub.
What was the snub?
Spider-Man 2. Come on, nothing. Spider-Man won
literally nothing. You stop it. Did Alan Wake win anything?
Zero. Yeah, Alan Wake won like 3. Yeah, Alan Wake.
I think he won 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Alan Wake.
Yay! But also, Spider-Man got nothing.
Okay, but like what it was like the things that Spider-Man 2 was competing under made sense on why it didn't though. That's just what it is. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, name me one of the category Spider-Man 2 was in that they chose, that you thought that they chose wrong on. Because like,
I will here in a second. Did I still have that pulled up?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So for me, I thought, and again, this is clearly opinion, but I thought Yuri would win best performance. He played Peter Parker.
I thought Ben Starr would have won
Spider-Man
it from
2.
I thought Ben Starr would have won it from Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, because like this dude.
He did good, but like, they were just loving him because there you go, that deep voice.
The British accent. Who won that? I can't remember who won that. Oh no,
it was Neil Newman.
Asterion.
Which again, I love Neil Newman. I think he played Asterion, right?
Yeah, Asterion. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, it was a tough one, but I thought at least in my head, I thought that Yuri was gonna end up picking that up.
But I mean, like, to say that though, I mean, it's not too far fetched from between. I mean, that's a hard category in itself. Mm-hmm. So like anyone could have in itself. I mean, Yuri, he did a good job. He did
even Hi-Fi Rush got love.
Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush.
Which I mean, it makes sense, but
hey, look, but hey, no one's saying, oh, I can't believe Starfield got snubbed, and like, but it's like no one's saying it, not one.
You know, it's I think it's the dead eyes. It's the dead eyes for me. That's what got people. People are like, nah, dude, you can't.
There's no soul this person's talking. Anyways. But yeah, good. But like I said, I just feel like, overall, I think that they could improve on the format and stuff. And by the way, did you see the bodyguards are in the front row?
Oh, yeah.
Through that because they want to have
We're having no Bill Clinton moments this year.
Yeah. Giant dudes. But anyways, Lex.
Oh, you're telling me I have to stop what I'm doing so I can talk about it?
Fine. It is your turn now.
So, I want to talk about Dreamlight Valley's update. Now, make a long story short, this is my depression game. If you know why, you know why. I don't know what it is. I've loved Disney since I was a little kid. And it's just something that I don't know. It makes me feel like a kid again. It's nostalgia, but it's tangible nostalgia, if that makes sense. And when Dreamlight Valley came out, I was like, this is going to be another Animal Crossing for me. I'm going to give up in like less than 6 months, and I'm never going to touch it again. Boy, was I absolutely wrong. And I think that even if this wasn't a depression game, I would still be playing it. And here's why. It's fantastic. There's not just, the Animal Crossing, like, oh, you can farm and you can do this and that and this and that. No, there's a broader storyline. So they officially released the game. It is no longer in early access. Woohoo! But they also came out with a DLC called A Rift in Time. When I tell y'all I can't stop playing it, my watch was telling me not yesterday, but Wednesday, you are so stressed, you need to go lay down and do breathing exercises. I'm not kidding. It gave me like 6 warnings because I had so many quests in my lineup. Now, I would like to preface, all of my characters are up to level 10 except for Jack.
Is that
Jack
the max?
Yes. Jack Skellington is back on my island. He comes around Christmas time. Who would have thunk, right? Well, he comes and I'm leveling him up. So I was leveling him up and then I saw the Rift in Time come up. I was like, huh. Because I thought I'd seen something. I'd started up my game, walked away and came back, and it wasn't playing the normal sequence that it does when you walk away. So the video you guys are seeing, that's the video that I don't think it's working. Or maybe I'm crazy. Is the video not working?
Oh, sorry. Let me see.
It's okay. So when you don't click continue on your game right away, after about a minute, it starts playing through like, welcome to Dreamlight Valley, a valley that has hidden secrets or whatever it says, right? And it kind of goes through and it shows you like what the potential of your island could be and like your character talking to other characters. And for a long time, it's been a bit of a gripe. Like your character talks to Belle. We didn't get Belle until recently, but I digress. So Rift in Time, your main villain, so you always get a villain character. I feel like every time we get a major update, we get a new villain. So we've had Mother Gothel, we've had Ursula. Now we don't just have one, we have two. We have Gaston and we have Jafar. I have not hit Jafar yet. I've opened up everything on... I'm so fast at this game, it's scary. So I only have 2 areas that aren't open, which are the Borderlands and the Ruins. So I'm running into a couple, you run into snags and you're like, I really don't want to Google because like it'll give me the answer. I'm having trouble. Like I'm getting so far ahead quicker than everyone else that I'm not finding the answers I necessarily need, if that makes sense.
That's a good thing to have, in my opinion. Yeah,
I think so. I've gotten a couple like Xbox little award things for being like top 100 and completing this section first, or leveling up this quickly. The only I didn't play the Easter event this year. That's the only event I didn't play, and that's because I was basically a chauffeur for like 8 hours a day every day at the time. So let me tell you, so not only do we have the Christmas event going on, so this season's star path is called a Royal Winter. So it looks like you're going to get like funky, fun outfits for all of your princesses as far as rewards go. And of course, you get little outfits for like your little character that goes with you everywhere, your little pet. And like fun outfits for you, fun wallpapers and decorations and boots and coats. All that fun jazz. So you're going to get 2 cute, like essentially big outfits for Ariel and Belle. Now, a Rift in Time. These are all of the new things as far as collections. So we don't just get one new animal. We get cobras, monkeys, and capybaras. Shut up and take my money. I'd give it to them again if I could. You also get, 9 new vegetables, 10 new fruits. You get 3 new proteins, which we didn't have protein before. I mean, we did, but we didn't. Like, we had fish as a protein, but we didn't have, like, pork, poultry, and venison. You get 5 new spices and herbs. As far as, like, foraging goes, you get 11 new crafting materials, 20 new flowers. Fish, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 17 new fish. You get a bunch of new clothing sets. I mean, it is insane. I haven't even hit the meals. How much do you have to pay for this? I think it was $29 or $23.
The expansion's $29?
Yes, but I don't know if you're able to pull up a map. It is as large as your current map for your main island, which includes, hold on, let me walk my character outside so I can open up my map. So you get the,
Jesus,
what do they call this? So, just wait, hold on. So you get Ancient's Landing, which consists of the docks, the overlook, the ruins, which every area pretty much has a secret area to it, except for the docks, and that's it. So you get the docks, the overlook, the ruins, the courtyard. Let me scroll. The grasslands, the promenade, the grove, which is part of the Wild Tangle, the lagoon, the wastes, the glittering dunes, the borderlands, the plains, the oasis.
I will say this to be fair.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about because I've never played this game before. I mean, but it sounds incredibly vast. That's what it sounds like.
I have to, even if I scroll all the way out, I then have to mouse around to see the entirety of the map. Actually, this might be bigger than the original island. So the way they set it up is every time we get new characters, for the most part, that's not always true. 80% of our characters come through the castle. You go to a door that is now available, you unlock it, and you get the coins or currency to unlock it by playing the game. So you save up the currency, you unlock the door, and you get a new character, sometimes two. And so they have their own little area that they were kind of trapped in for the storyline. It's called the Forgetting. So the Forgetting happens, and nobody really remembers much as to why it happened, but we just know that it did. And you as the main character, you don't remember anything. So it's kind of like you have amnesia, but you know that you're the ruler of this land and that it is your job and duty to take care of these people.
How long is the level, like overall though, without kind of spoiling us? How long? So like how many hours? Like how big is this expansion? Like to play this theoretically?
I don't know if you can really quantify it like that, because here's how it works. To get to Jafar, I have to open the lands before that, but I also have to do a lot of quests. I wonder, now that you're saying that, I wonder how many quests there are, because I would quantify it more as quests. Like getting to Jafar is fine, but while you're doing that, you have to get this new currency, because we now have a new tool in it, which is a time bending tool. And it's this really pretty staff, and you have to get the time jewels that you, as your character who has amnesia, previously took out of it because you were scared that it could get into the wrong hands and you weren't sure what this power could do. So you have to get these jewels, but to get these jewels, you have to complete, I don't know, I think 8 or 9 quests, which can't be completed in a day, no matter what, because you don't get enough resources to harvest to get you that coin. Even if you're doing everything you can to get it, you're not going to, it's hard to say as far as time. I can try, how in Xbox Game Pass, does it tell you how long you've played a game? Because I can tell you that. I don't know.
Smitty, do you know? I have no idea.
I feel like it might.
Let me see. Because I can tell you my overall time. I started playing A Rift in Time on December 5th. It is now the 8th. And I am I just need to open the Borderlands and the Ruins. I just opened the Lagoon, and I shouldn't have. I probably should have opened the Borderlands, but then I would have immediately gotten to Jafar, and I feel like I didn't want to do that. Let me see if I can tell you guys how long I played. Now, keep in mind, every day I go on my island and I scavenge. So I'm on my island at least 2 hours a day, just going around and harvesting things. Let me see.
Overall,
it is a time commitment game.
This sounds like incredibly time commitment. Yeah, that sounds I mean, not a bad thing. I'm just surprised.
So main story, it says it took me 27 hours, which was in the record time.
Specifically in the expansion?
No, this is the original. So the original, stop Ubisoft. Why are you trying to open? So the original main story took me 27 hours to beat. The main story plus extras took me 64 hours. I was still in the top like 5%. 88 hours as far as completionist. And it hasn't given me the timetable for this new expansion. But I've played a lot.
Well, overall, I mean, this is
a lot.
I mean, clearly it's cracked to someone in how this is overall. In this kind of individual.
Yeah.
Is this there's no multiplayer, right? You're
there
in
is
your
now.
own world.
Oh, there is now.
There is now.
Okay.
Smitty, would you like to come
that
to
you
my
have not
island?
been keeping up on your itty bitty gaming
So that's
news.
part of the new part. So even on like your main part of our island, we on the 5th we got a new and this has a 4.3 out of 5, which isn't bad.
That's
It
real
does need
good.
some fine tuning. They did also implement in this update, you get to play a game with every character called is it Scramble Coin? Which is pretty fun, and you have to play all the characters. You can play them twice. You can keep playing them if you want to. You just don't get like points. So it gives you this little trail, and every time you play a character, if you lose, you get 2 points. If you win, you get 4. If you draw, you get 4. If you win, I think you get 8 points, 6 or 8. And it's this little path, and along the path, you get new little pieces. It's kind of like Chinese checkers on crack.
I saw that.
Because
I saw
each
a
little
video of
guy
it.
does something new. And then you get award bonuses. So like right now in the game, like I'm supposed to beat Belle, but I don't think I have enough people to do that. So I've been messing around and I've been winning consistently today. Yesterday I was not very good at it, but Dust helped me and now I'm getting pretty good. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, I think I've probably put like 500 hours into this game, easy.
Well, wait, back up though.
And
What is the like? How good? Like, have y'all tried the online? Any of y'all tried the online?
No.
Yet? So we don't know. Okay, so I just want to know what the online.
I'm always
It
a
doesn't
little.
come out till the 12th, right? Is
The
that when the
online?
next game drops? Yeah,
Oh,
or that's already in effect?
I believe, and as far as multiplayer is, I get the option to when I load in.
You should try it. That's
To
one thing
invite
I'm
people to your island?
I'm always, yeah,
whatever?
I mean, I can. I've always been sketchy about that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Look, I like the foraging aspect of things. I'm not really a design decorator
Mhm.
girl. I like watching HGTV, but after like 2 episodes, I'm done. Okay. It makes my head hurt. I don't know how some of y'all do it. I always get a little embarrassed because I would have friends come over to my island when I was doing Animal Crossing and they're like, what is this? Like, you didn't really do anything. And I'm like, so? Like, do I have to? But I think
Shouldn't
my
feel
island
bad.
is,
My island in
Yeah.
Animal Crossing was just tents.
yeah.
I didn't have houses.
I
Like, I was
don't
like-
know. I think my island's pretty cute, and I think I made some like interesting design choices. Like I put like the Toy Story house in my plaza, which a lot of people put it on the beach. But I also put Vanellope Cruz. I'm sorry, Vanellope. I put her Vanellope Cruz. That's an actress. I put her also in the plaza, and then did like. I don't know. I think I made some interesting choices. My house is pretty cute, but they gave you another house in this one. So I have, because my island is now so big on the new expansion, I don't have one house. I have 2 houses because even though I can fast travel, I've got a lot of fast traveling to do, which they did implement that because you, instead of having to go to a wishing well and fast traveling back to a certain area, you do have a hotkey, and I accidentally hit it once and I don't know what key it was, but you can
Crazy.
fast travel to different areas, even if there isn't a well there, instead of getting to the well and then running all across the board, if that makes sense.
I will admit to this though. I will say this because
Sure.
this game literally came out like a year ago, right? Like, or the,
been a
like
year,
the initial
yeah.
of it?
September
I mean,
22nd.
Yeah,
Or
so
it's
for
2022. I'm sorry.
I mean, for the amount of content that came out in within a year's time for a game like this, it's
huge.
it's quite impressive. Yeah, it's quite impressive
Well,
where,
and
where
here's
they've been
the
at
kicker.
initially.
Is this game is essentially family friendly. It's rated G. Anyone can play it. Not that my god kids want to play it because they like the spooky. Harley likes this, but the little one is like, no, I want to play Five Nights at Freddy's, but then she makes me play it and she sits in my lap, so who knows. But the main storyline was very scary, and I could not get enough. The second they told you what was kind of, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. The second they told you what was going on, I was like, wait a minute, there's a mirror world? Oh, sign me up. Because it was spooky. It was kind of like, if you guys ever watched the Disney show in the 90s, the Disney made movie called Don't Look Under Your Bed with the boogeyman. It scared a lot of kids. I loved it. And I think that kind of gave you that level of scary. It wasn't like Jack Skellington scary, where it was like, oh, it's cute scary. This was, oh no. Like it kind of gave you like a little bit of an adrenaline rush for Disney, is what I mean. So it was pretty spooky. Now that we figured out that whole storyline, the Rift in Time is now the next storyline. So they gave you a whole complete game in the first plus extras, and they will continue to load out new characters, which also give you 5 new quests per character. Plus, they then trigger quests for other characters, even if they're at level 10. So it kind of like has this trickle effect. So like right now, for instance, just this week, I finished a quest for Vanellope, for Scar, for Olaf. I finished 3 for Jack, 3 for, 2 for Gaston. I have Eve now. I'm on the last quest for her, and I've got another princess. I don't want to spoil it if you don't know. I'm on the last quest for her, so I've done 5 for her, which then triggered Mirabelle's quests. So I think she ends up then now getting 2. Merlin, I've got 2 quests for him, and then of course I've got the main storyline with Jafar. So you get the story quests, but then it triggers friendship quests. And those are all different. And it's really interesting. And I like that you can't necessarily find the answer for new things because it's random. So, for instance, let's say for the new princess, she's like, oh, I lost my things on the island. Can you find them for me? You're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And you have to use your new time bending tool, but there's 5 items and you're like, oh God, I just need the pillow or whatever the item is, right? And so you Google and it's like, yeah, it could be in this area, but it could be anywhere. It's random for everybody. And you're like, well, that stinks. And then you go on Reddit and people are like, I can't find the pillow. And people are like, wait, what are you talking about? What quest with this person? I don't even see that person yet. And you're like, oh, you're 9 hours behind me, sucker. So,
I mean, overall, we got to wrap it up. But like, I will say, yeah,
and like an 8.9 out of 10. Like that's how much I'm loving it. I can't give it my full complete score yet because I got to get to Jafar and see what's going on with him.
Right.
But I think this is going to be a 10 out of 10 for me. I love this game. It's so good. If you have the game, get the expansion. If you can, it's fantastic.
Is this a game of your contender for you?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
I think it beats out Alan Wake for me too. Wow. I know.
It's insane.
That's how good the story is.
That does sound insane.
I know. That's how good the story is.
I just can't get into those games just because I know how much time you have to put in. And they feel like gacha games to me. Like there's not any kind of like time gates or anything.
I really wouldn't want to call it gacha, but it's just more like,
it's more like, oh, I need a piranha, but I don't have that section of the island open yet because I don't have the currency to get to it. Does that make sense? So that's where the time comes in. You have to go around and pluck flowers and pick strawberries and plant
Is this time? Yeah, it's just time consuming. That's just what it is. Like I don't think I don't think that it's like gotchas. Yeah, it's definitely a gacha like system because the gacha like system is like, hey, here's throw money at it, and then your problems are solved.
But this is like, they automatically give you coin every day. So every day you get a green box and a blue box, which gives you your 2 different currencies. Now, because we have the time bending currency, that section of the island gives you a green box and a blue box, and that has that currency in it too. But they have like
it just sounds so complicated because like we have no frame of reference of anything that you're saying to us.
And I have my screen open, but y'all can't see it. So, like for instance, right now, if I take a picture, I get 50 currency. Easy, right? Yeah. So if I just keep doing what it wants me to do, along with I just got to go pick flowers because I need them in my inventory anyways, might as well, So every day as I'm, grabbing stuff for my island, it's easy because it's like, well, I'm going to pick all the flowers because I can sell them and get money. And before this even came out, I had 3.5 million in currency saved up. So I'm rolling in dough.
That's
but
crazy.
Now there's a new currency and I'm like, oh, but it uses the old currency too. So it's like,
all right, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Lex. Yeah,
I'm having so fun. I would share my
That's all that really matters. Yeah. All right. Anyways, okay, I'll wrap it up here. I know we don't have that much time left, but I'm going to be talking about a nice little small trailer that came out that everyone was anticipating for years so far. Like we've been waiting for, a lot of people have been waiting for years on when is this coming out? when is this coming out? Is there a date of when you're going to start working on this? Is it coming out in this lifetime? Because actually, I think this year is going to be 10 years. Yeah, 10 years of 2023. The Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013. Which is crazy to think that, that. But like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 has been there since 2013. And ever since it came out, it's been in the top 10 of like games. So like top 10 games selling and stuff like that since its time out, because they kept on doing free expansions, free updates, everything to keep on giving the hype and stuff like that, and all did different kinds of modes and things like that you could do in it. Plus, I think the big thing with Twitch was RP servers, which everyone loved in that for the longest of time. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah. But now they finally announced it. Now this, because of a leak that happened, I believe Rockstar was forced to say, hey, we need to let's just release the trailer, and we're just gonna say so people know, because they already know it's coming out. We might as well just stop messing with their emotions. So now the official trailer of GTA 6 is now officially out. In the first day, it hit 31 million views in it. Now this is Friday this is Friday from when we last doing the video. We're hitting and this is specifically on Rockstar's page. This is not including IGN and all these other ones. They're hitting close to 200 million already for this one trailer. Now, to say that it may not be a lot, but that is a lot for a video game trailer. Just in general, most of these trailers you do not see, you'll be lucky enough to get over 100,000 and stuff, especially highly anticipated. Like even Street Fighter 6, I think the best trailer was about 1 million or 2 million. This is blown out the water. This game is not coming out till 2025, but the look of this game looks insane to me. I was saying earlier that if you I know most kids and stuff may not know how Grand Theft Auto 1 and Grand Theft Auto 2 was, but Grand Theft Auto 1 and Grand Theft Auto 2 was a top down of the street, like a grid system. Then the update that happened between 2 to 3, when 3 was became a 3D world, was night and day difference. I'm feeling that from 5 to 6, we're hitting that kind of level here too, because even 5 was really good, was good in itself, but this looks ridiculous. Like, if this is in-game graphics, because at first, now I will give them benefits of the doubt that some of this stuff we don't know how in-game graphics really will look until we see the demo itself. But this game's look of how some of these videos, of these people, because at first I thought there were some scenes where I thought, oh, this is regular video. No,
I thought it was. Yeah. I thought I didn't have my glasses on. I was like, dang, that girl photoshopped herself hard.
Right?
The skin smoother.
Right? Yeah. So I was surprised. But this is all this is all video, all in game. I in game, or I won't say in game, but it was made for the game itself. So I was just like, holy crap, dude, this looks insane, dude. I really am looking forward to see how this game looks. I'm not a GTA guy. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I'm willing to try this game out because of what we're seeing here. Unfortunately, this game right now is not going to be on PC. It's going to be only on consoles first. We don't know how long it's going to take for it to be on PC, but so it would be on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. So we'll see how the full surprise is. Now, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be taking place in Vice City. So if you are familiar with Grand Theft Auto, Vice City was the one that they did. Was the one they did back in the day after 3, but it was in it took place in the 80s and stuff. So now it's modern day Vice City now, and I'm sure they're going to use the same kind of grid system, but with PS5 like graphics. So this is going to be
Isn't
insane.
It bigger actually? Isn't Vice City a city within a state that they've created?
I mean, probably it's good. Well,
I think because they're saying it's way, the map is way bigger. So Vice City is a city within the map that you can go to.
Oh,
So-
no, I mean, Vice City, well, Vice City
Kind of
itself
like Houston.
Vice City back in the day was on the PS2, so they had limitations. Now Vice City on PS5 is going to be like a freaking like what they normally do, like gigantic area. So they're going to broaden the look of it, obviously, but I think they're going to also have places that the original locations of how Vice City was back in the day by their own mapping grid is still going to be there. Like to keep continuity. That's what I'm assuming, because I mean, they're usually pretty.
No, they created a whole fictional state.
Yeah, it's going to be insane, right? Dude. Yeah, they did. Yeah. So
that's wild, dude.
So I just wanted to get your take. Like, I mean, when you see the video, like you saw, I mean, if you saw the trailer. Actually, I have the trailer up right now with no sound.
And I hadn't seen it yet. I think it looks amazing.
Yeah, let's pray to God that we don't get DMCA'd on this one. But so,
We're putting commentary over it. We shouldn't.
No.
If that happens,
that doesn't stop them. They don't stop.
But
it's
really weird. It's fair use. So it looks amazing. The way that I understand it now, I could be wrong. So it's not a real state, but it looks very Miami. And if you mix like Miami and New York together,
Florida,
right? And because there are Everglades, so but there's a lot of high rises more than there is in Florida. So it kind of reminds me if you mix the two together, right? The way I understand it is this map is supposed to be kind of like how Houston is. So like Houston's huge, and they have sectioned the city into pieces. And I think that's what's happening with Vice City, or Vice City is just a piece of that larger area. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of what I understood it to be, one of the two. I think it looks fantastic. Like I said, I kind of saw pictures on Twitter, and I was looking on my phone. And usually when I'm looking on my phone, because I can't see very well far away, but I can see up close just fine. I saw a lot of trash talking on trash talking a bunch of white people acting like idiots on Twitter. And so I saw a picture and I was like, what are they talking about? I was like, this makes no sense. Like, why are they talking about this girl on a boat? Like, yeah, it looks like she photoshopped. And I'm looking for my glasses as I'm thinking all of this. And my glasses slipped down and I pushed them up and realized you're wearing them, dinkus. No, it's a video game. And that's what they're talking about. Because I was like, dang, these people are just talking about running some chick over in the streets. Like, what are you, crazy? No. But yeah, I think it looks fantastic. You know what sucks is that they had the leak and then they had to release it.
Yep.
You know? Now there are some conspiracy theorists that think that it was leaked on purpose so that
of course they're always going to make conspiracy theorists. They always think that
they don't need to. They're literally putting out a trailer that has reached 100 million views, right? Or well over that by now.
Yeah, they knew
on a game that's coming out 2 years from now.
This game is literally highly anticipated 4 years ago. Like
I know.
It didn't matter what they have to do. Yeah, they don't.
Regardless, they would have gotten a lot of views anyway. But because I think the person that leaked it is like the son of one of the developers.
I have no idea. I'm not going to confirm or deny until I get confirmation 100%.
It just sucks when. Regardless, I think it stinks that we're at a time where like nothing is kind of kept sacred. Like there was a reason that they hadn't put the video out, and that reasoning was X, Y, and Z, and that's none of our business. It's none of our business. They will show us when it's time, and it just stinks that they had to essentially release it on their own website, not it's now, the YouTube premiere or whatever they were going to do to show it off. I don't know. I hate when people spoil it for everybody else. And look, I'm one of those girls. I know what's under the Christmas tree every year because I'm really good at unwrapping and rewrapping presents exactly how they were.
Terrible.
Now, I know I ruin surprises, okay? But here's the thing. I don't like when other people ruin it for everybody else. I can ruin things for myself, but I'm not going to ruin it for everybody in the room. That's like a friend that likes to spoil the end of a movie, you know?
I got a friend like
overall,
that.
Overall, though, Smitty, what do you think of how this all worked?
I've never even finished a GTA in my life.
Yeah.
And I played
much
them,
to do.
you know what I mean? But literally I had a huge gap from GTA 3. I don't think I played San Andreas. I might have played a little bit of Vice City, or I watched somebody play Vice City. I can't remember. And then I totally have 5, and I've played a little bit of it. I haven't even played that much of it.
And 5 is looks like amazing. That's a DLC that you could just download everything for free, let alone too. Like everything's free.
And clearly they know what they're doing. The crazy thing to me about this, in terms of their, like we were talking about their trailer release and stuff like that, if you look back at how they did Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5, they started doing trailers for those like 2-3 years out. So this is actually a shorter cycle of trailers and build-up than they've done in their past couple of games.
I wouldn't even really say that, because to be fair, though, the last GTA was 10 years ago. I mean, we don't know how long they've been working. We don't know how long they've been working on GTA 6 this whole time. I mean, in the normal cycle of gaming, 10 years, it should have been well enough for a sequel. Well, it's more than enough to have for a sequel to go through. I just think that they were just wanting to wait till it got closer to a point when they were absolutely done. So I don't think it was like that their window was closer, but rather they took their time on it. They didn't need to.
I'm talking about the trailer drop.
Oh, the trailer drop.
I'm talking about them dropping a trailer. Listen to the words that I'm saying.
Oh,
the trailer that's dropping, or the trailer that dropped, was a shorter span of time than they did with both Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5 is what I'm saying, which to me is interesting. There was more of I think it was like a 3-year cycle for Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5 when they first promoted it to when the game actually came out. So this is actually a shorter cycle in terms of them promoting it. But I agree 100% that, again, there's a lot of people that put a lot of time and work into this stuff. They wanted to have their moment. Their moment was spoiled by whomever leaked the thing. I'm glad that they made that decision, though, to like, you know what, instead of watching this crappy version, we're just going to release it. I know how upsetting and that must have been for the folks that have been working on this. They've been building to this moment. They were pumped to get together and do things, and basically that got ruined. Not only for them, but I feel like everybody as fans. I mean, think about even coverage alone. You know, people, nobody was expecting that. So then all of a sudden, like these folks or game journalists and stuff like that, they're scrambling around like, oh crap, now I got to do something or write something or whatever, because this unexpectedly dropped where everybody was planning on having this. They could have had built coverage around it or whatever. So just, that sucked. But I mean, it looks great. I'm getting it.
Who's to say that even like it's coming out in 2025 is the way I look at it? Because
big facts.
Rockstar is like also notorious on delaying some of their stuff because they are in absolutely no rush to release this thing out. They don't need to,
right?
I mean, because like they've already, I mean, their golden goose right now is GTA 5 on top of it.
Right.
So they know GTA 5. Maybe now GTA 5 is going to slow down a little bit because now since people know the 6 is coming fairly soon or in a year's time, but who knows what it's going to be like, if they're going to still do support on the next expansion or whatnot. So I mean, overall, I just think that the game looks, the trailer's definitely done its job, because like now it makes me interested I want to check this out, check the game out itself. I mean, I have GTA 5 too, but I never really messed around with it.
I never played it, but I loved watching Rooster Teeth content with GTA 5 content. Now, I did just look again, and it is confirmed that the TikTok user who leaked the trailer has been identified as the son of a senior Rockstar North employee.
Hey, dude, I'd be so salty.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. My kid would be grounded forever.
You got a spanking.
Hi, Fry Man.
You just want to get the whole thing. The whole thing is just like it's a very, very interesting like situation with all of that. I'm just like, holy crap, dude! Like, I mean, in a way, it's like I'm glad that they did. I'm glad they released the trailer, but at the same time, I really wish that they didn't leak it so late or early. Because now it's like, okay, we now know it exists. We have video proof that it exists. Now people are going to be like, oh, we can't wait till 2025 when this game comes out. Then they'll be disappointed when they said, oh, due for some delays, we're going to delay this game. And so that now the hype is going to get pushed. And then, so like, and it's not even Rockstar's fault, which is funny about that. It's just because this dude. So yeah, it's just like, insane to even think about, like how like, because you don't know what's going to happen within this year or whatever,
right?
For it, but we'll see. We'll definitely see how it goes, guys. So
when it comes out, it's going to be fire. To think, dude, just the records that it set with the trailer.
Yeah.
Freaking insane. I'm just surprised. Like, I was like, when I saw the video trailer, I was like, oh, this thing's at 170 something million already. 10 million likes. I was like, frick, dude, that's insane. Yeah. And I'm just loving that people like have that the conspiracy like saying like, oh no, they purposely wanted to release it like that. No, they didn't. Like, there was no gun to their head saying that they needed to release it. They've like, man, Rockstar is probably the chillest people that for a company that I've ever seen that for them to release whatever they release, because their mentality is we're releasing when we're damn well ready, and it has worked for them this whole time, you know.
Dude, I think this is indicative. Look at the title was Trailer 1.
Yeah,
that is literally a working title, dude. That is literally things that I type in as like, yo, this is freaking interview 2, Joe 5.
Man. So crazy. Anyways, well, folks, thank you for listening for episode number 201 of the CFG Game Cast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back again for our final episode of 2023 next week. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly okay. We release it every Monday morning at each and every beginning of each and every week. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices. Ooh. Yes, guys. So be sure to go check us out on. We release on all podcast services: Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitch Radio, Podbean, all of them. So definitely check that out, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to check out the full content of stuff that we like to do. So once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing out. Y'all, take it easy.
Bye.